Christina, this May marks 10 years since the Mad Men finale aired.
I can't believe that.
I mean, a decade has passed since that show ended.
Stop saying it.
Isn't that what?
He's like, a decade. It's been a whole decade.
We did it.
Isn't it? I mean, to me, it feels like yesterday. I
Do
don't
you
know
know how many
about
days
you.
that is? That's 3,000.
That's 365
Trust me, I
times
know.
10.
I marked them on the wall.
If you could revisit the show in any form, you know, or maybe in a spin-off or something like that, is that something you'd be interested in?
Of course, it was the time of my life.
Yeah.
It changed my whole life. It was amazing, and some of the most extraordinary writing. And so, yeah, of course, sign me up.
And I feel like people are still discovering it and watching it, so that's why.
It doesn't feel like 10 years because people daily come up and talk to me about it. It doesn't feel like any time has passed. Yeah.
Do you have her school records?
That's her birth certificate.
This one's not even in English.
Why is this bothering you? They let her in, right?
We're supposed to be on the same
Don't
team.
do that. We are on the same team.
Something is off. She has adult teeth. There are signs of puberty. Michael? I don't think she's a little girl.
Well, this story, of course, took the world by storm, right? I feel like everyone is fascinated with true crime. Did you speak with anyone involved as you were preparing for the role?
I did not speak with anyone involved. I just took what was there in the public record and gleaned as much of that as I could, took in as much of the information.
And there's a lot of record.
And that informed how I approached the character and really approached telling the story. And thankfully, you know, Katie Robbins and Sarah Sutherland did a dynamic job putting the words on the page. They laid out the map. So all you really had to do was follow the map that was in front of you, do the work, and then it all came.
Was it the page turner as you were reading through these scripts?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right? That's how I felt watching it, right?
That was my introduction to the whole story. I was unfamiliar with it. I know tons of people were. Somehow it passed me by. So I was just reading the script going, what? This is extraordinary.
Right.
I can't believe what I'm reading.
What emotions do you think this will stir up for people, or what do you hope people kind of take away as they watch this?
Well, I hope that people watch it through, because what we've done that's going to be different than what's out there is we're showing it from the different perspectives. So you're going to see it from the Barnetts, you're going to see it from Natalia, and you're going to say, how could someone have come to this conclusion, or how could this have happened? And we're hoping that we're going to sort of take you on that journey so you can see how that happened. So I hope that people will say, wow, you really can't just believe what you hear. There's so much more to every story. And you really need to listen to everyone who's involved, you know, before you start making assumptions.
You know the old adage, you know, never judge a book by its cover?
That part.
That's Good American Family.
Yeah.
The photo isn't her. She stole someone's identity.
I don't know what's going on.
How old are you?
If you tell a story well enough, truth doesn't always matter.
Folks just love a good American family.
Working with Imogen, I mean, first real TV series, you know, and I thought she knocked it out of the park.
She was phenomenal.
I mean, amazing. So what was it like kind of getting a front row seat to that?
I mean, for me, I love being around dynamic actors, wonderful actors, talented actors. And she's all of that.
Right.
She was professional, she was prepared, and really, she was really magnificent in the role that she was delivering. I was impressed and in awe of how she would be able to just have a conversation, then, ready? Okay, here we go.
She's locked in.
And be locked in.
Yes.
You know, it's always a beautiful thing to see when you can share space with somebody like that.
I love
and she did a great job.
I'll follow up with you, Christina. Why was she the perfect person to play Natalia?
I mean, she had really worked on that character for some time, and by the time I got there, she was on a roll. I mean, because I come in, you know, near the end of the series, and so she was so locked into that character. It was, like Dulé said, it was just kind of phenomenal to watch her, and you know, she's jumping between, I think her more so than anyone, she has to sort of jump between these two perspectives, and have the audience think one thing and then have the audience think something. It's a tall order.
Oh my gosh,
and
for any actor.
Yeah, and she just nailed it.
Oh, that's so awesome. You know, after living in this intense story and script, if you could speak with the real Natalia, or, you know, anybody really involved in the case, is there something that you would want to ask, something that like you were curious about, especially as you start to learn more about the case through the work?
I would say, for me, no, I would not, because what we were taking a story and being inspired by the allegations. So there wouldn't, and my job as the actor is to tell this story from this moment in time, and that's really what I was focused on. I would not be so audacious as to step outside of those bounds to start telling or asking somebody something beyond the words that were written on the page.
Did your curiosity for the case expand after working on this, or was it pretty much done when you were wrapped?
Oh, I'm completely intrigued by this story, and I will continue to watch, what happens is, I mean, they're very, very public about their story, and I'm sure there's going to be more information out there. I'm intrigued too.